Hey, this is Tara Wallace from Love and Hip Hop New York, and you are watching MadameNoire. Being on reality TV and exposing my relationship allowed me to see some things that I would probably never see in its entire truth. I would get it from one point of view. I would probably get more fluff than truth. So I kind of like things raw, hardcore as they are, and then I can deal with them. But you do have to be careful about what you ask for, because when you get it, you're like, whoa. In getting that truth, I didn't expect the truth to be so hard, but I got it, and I'm happy that I got it. I have not gotten over the betrayal of this happening, and I think that it is unrealistic for anyone to even think that I should have after 13 years and 2 children, and finding out in the moment that you guys saw it is when I found out. You know, I'm not over it, but I'm just dealing with it. And I'm being very patient with myself. I'm being very honest with myself. And as long as I stay true to what I know I'm going to do, I never get upset. Peter and I are getting along. We have to get along for our children. It doesn't mean that I don't have, I'm never upset at what happened. I definitely get very upset about things that have happened. But we're getting along. We have 2 sons, and you have to face the fact that he's not going anywhere. And you guys have to communicate for the rest of your life as long as those children are alive, and that goes beyond being 18. So I'm trying to be extremely positive about that relationship. When it comes to Peter and child support, I always have his card, so I just use it. That part has never really changed. I've always had, his card, or his money always came to my account, and I always gave him an allowance. So in that respect, I was online shopping. So, he's always been there, financially. The music industry is up and down. Sometimes you're working, sometimes you're not. And when he is working, it's never a question of, well, can I? It's, I used it, or I bought this, and it's, okay. Do I just have enough money to eat? Yeah. That's an interesting question, because that's the question at hand right now, is how we will sit down and tell them. And I'm not sure yet. I'm still debating on that, of how we're going to sit down and explain that bit of information. It's interesting people say that, because I was never the other woman. I don't go around arguing that, because I know that wasn't the case, so I don't feel the need to constantly say, well, no, that wasn't it. Those were completely different circumstances. When that question was asked to me, it wasn't asked for me to explain. It was just handed to me as a question. I just kind of answered the question without giving an explanation. But if this is typical of his behavior, then sure, I will say, was there someone else in his life when I first met him? Yes, because that's atypical of his behavior. I did not know that, because this woman lived in another state. That's so weird, people say the other woman. We were still living together pretty much at that time. And after 13 years, it's not becoming the other woman, it's I still own that in a way. That's still mine, and if I want it, I'll have it if I choose. You still deal with, no matter how bad a situation is, after 13 years, you still battle with the fact that you love this person. And if I allow myself to go there, then I'm forgiving of myself. I'm not angry, because I know that that's very typical after loving someone that long. I don't feel any need to apologize about that. That is what it is. What's going on in my acting career right now is I have 2 plays coming up. On the 24th, I'll be at B.B. King's for Jury Duty. A play written by J.D. Lawrence. Very, very excited about this play. I'm very excited to be working with J.D. Lawrence. A reputable person, not just my old school off Broadway plays. So I'm very excited about that. And then my next play, it will be in Flint, Michigan. It's called I Am My Husband's Mistress. Interesting. And I'm very excited about that. It's written by a young lady called R. Simone. And so those are the 2 up-and-coming things that I have going on.